Welcome to Ethereum Cat Herders Meeting 105. I just have shared agenda in chat. So we have usual items on agenda starting from Ethereum network upgrades. We have event fellowship and hackathon information, a talk on a few new initiatives that we have started recently on Cat Herders, and probably gather some idea for what could be done in Q2 onward. There is some general update and discussion added in the agenda. So let's start with the Shanghai and Shapila upgrade. A few minutes ago, a mainnet Shapila announcement is released. So according to this announcement, withdrawals are coming, of course, and Shapila network upgrade will be activated on April 12th at 22:27:35 UTC. I have added a link to the EF blog post. People can find details over there. On a high level, it is supposed to be activated on epoch number 194048. And Ethereum cat herders and ETH stakers are planning to have a live stream of watch party. The link to YouTube is added in the agenda. I have also added link to Tim's tweet thread where you can find the link to subscribe to the announcement blog post which is coming up from Ethereum Foundation. Apart from that, last week there was this release of Lionel, which is a spec release on Capella on consensus layer. Withdrawal mainnet Shadow Fork 3 is planned. I'm assuming it is going to be happening this week, or this was mentioned in the last meeting. So obviously, people will expect a result to be shared in the next dev meeting on Thursday. Ethereum Foundation has announced a bug bounty for Shapela. The bug bounty is increased. Please take a look. I have also shared this information on Cat Herders Discord. So any developer community, if you are listening and if you are interested in participating this kind of bug bounty, please check out. We have updated information on Shanghai page. Apart from that, there are two explainer video. One is 5 things to know about Shapela that I did with CoinDesk, of course, to explain what is Shapela, and there is this very good explainer video of ETH withdrawal. It talks about proposals involved and preparation for validators. So please check it out. This could be helpful. Welcome, Edson. Nice to see you.
Hey, happy to be here. Don't let me slow you guys down. You good?
All good.
Yeah.
So we were just going through Ethereum network upgrades. We are just done with Shanghai and Capella. On Cancun and Deneb, which would be expected right after Shapela upgrade, there are two proposals under development. One is EIP 4844 because the upgrade is supposed to be centered around this proposal. But we would expect a few other proposals to be coming up. One is a set of EOF. So there is EOF implementers meeting happening bi-weekly, and I have added the recording for that. Apart from that, and Ethereum developers are now discussing the future upgrade. As we know that before the merge, people have started using DevCon meeting name for execution client, execution layer upgrade, and star name for consensus. So we had Altair, we had Bellatrix, third is Capella, fourth is Deneb, and now people are looking for E star name. So there was this question in the dev meeting, like how they would like to name their upgrade in future. Do they want to go ahead with the combination of EL and CL, or do they want to drop one of those, either EL or CL, and continue naming the upgrade? Tim created a Twitter poll about that, and It seems like people are generally interested in having merged name, Chapela, kind of thing, instead of choosing either DevCon name or the star name. There is also a Fellowship of Ethereum Magician page created for discussion and inviting participation on name. Actually, it's more on the selection of the name. So there is a proposed list of E star, and there is kind of poll going on. As per the present poll, Electra is on the lead. So people are supporting Electra for the future upgrade name, like the star name for future upgrade on consensus layer. I hope that it will be further discussed in the core dev meeting this Thursday. So if people have any thought and they would like to like vote on their suggestion, please check out the links added in the agenda. Yes, I can share the link to the Twitter poll. I have it. Oops, it's a big one. Okay. The next one is events, fellowship, and hackathon. I have tried to add all information that we have collected so far. So next billion fellowship cohort, three that is invited by Ethereum Foundation. Anyone interested in participating in this, please check out the link added here in the agenda and you can submit your application by April 28th. ETH Boston is upcoming. That is planned on April 29th and 30th. If anyone from Ethereum cat herders are interested in participating or they're planning to go there, please do let me know. We have someone in the community who is from the organizers team and they are interested in having cat herders participation in ETH Boston. So please reach out to me on Discord or anywhere, or like on Twitter or anywhere. I'm happy to connect with the organizing team. I and a few other Ethereum developers will be speaking at CoinDesk Consensus Protocol Village hour. So that's 1 hour dedicated to discussion of Ethereum protocol. Check out the schedule, and if you're around, try to be there for Ethereum talk. There are furthermore events happening around the world related to Ethereum, E3O, EdCon, NFT New York. So please check out for all the list that we have shared here. And if you have information of any other events happening and that is not listed here, please share it with us on Cat Discord. We have a dedicated channel for listing these kind of events. Any question, comments so far? Okay. Moving ahead, this is a list of a few initiatives and association with community members. So the first one listed here is about EIP author survey. So we are still collecting data from EIP authors, present, past, or even authors whose proposal are in pull request, not even merged. If you have thoughts about the process, please let us know about it. You can share your experience of EIP standardization process so far. If you're facing any challenges, do let us know. This survey will help us collect your thoughts and probably make some improvement in the present process. So take a look. Link is available in the agenda. The next one is client diversity survey. We have done this survey on data collection for what node operators, what validators think about their clients, and we have shared this report with clients on the last all core dev meeting. We have tried to list out the primary reason for a node running, what people think is the good part of their client and what they think can be improved. This is a high-level survey, and the data here is less than 1% of actual node runners, actual validator on the network. So the importance of this survey lies in the information collected, especially for their clients. However, these are close to the mainnet, but there can be variation. I have added the link to this survey report in the agenda. Please take a look. And it is interesting to hear back from client team. They are trying to understand what are the feedback. I do have a cleaned up Excel sheet for result that has been collected here. Any client team, they are interested in getting that original information, happy to share. So far, Besu team have reached out to us and they have helped us with the correction of one or two data points. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for this survey, for responding to the survey, and yeah, check out the report. I hope it's helpful. The next one is a ERC 4337 Telegram integration. Last week we discussed the integration of a Telegram group of EIP 4337. So there is a huge interest in discussing this particular proposal, and implementers and other stakeholders are trying to follow the latest changes and they want to seek help. So the admin of this Telegram group reached out to us and requested for integration with Ethereum cat headers Discord. We are currently working with the admin, and hopefully the channel would be available soon. Just facing some issues in bridging it with the bot at the moment, but I'm hoping that it would be done sooner rather than later. So that's all on initiative and association so far. I'll be curious to hear any new idea for community engagement if anyone has it.
Yeah, Pooja. So if we look at it, right, so we do share Ethereum network upgrades and everything happening towards Ethereum community in this ECH meeting, as well as we also talk about the management side, what we are doing, right, for the community. Maybe should we split it into two? Because what I feel is maybe the ECH title, maybe it's not getting enough engagement. Rather, we can just have one meeting which talks about point number 1, 2, 3, about what has happened in the last 2 weeks from the Ethereum community, and we can have a separate upload, like say Ethereum updates bi-weekly, right? So that it might have more traction than what it is currently today.
Can you help me understand like which audience group we are trying to target here is? Because if I understand, there is a weekly meeting of Ethereum developers, which is like one Thursday for consensus layer, one Thursday for execution layer, and this cat herders meeting is for the community, like anyone other than developer, if they want to get engaged or want to collect information, they can be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean in general of the Ethereum community, who wants to know what is happening at the Ethereum world, right? So maybe I would rather go to Google, YouTube, and search Ethereum updates, right? So all the network upgrade, event, fellowship, hackathons, new initiative, all this can arrive if we try to happen to have a title which is super relevant to it. It's my thought. I'm not sure what do you all think.
I think things
So
are good the way they're. Like, I feel like further splitting is just gonna kind of fracture information more. You know, we get through everything here. Like, I don't necessarily see like, I mean, What's the concern? Branding damage? Like, I mean, people aren't gonna know which to focus on because there's multiple information streams inside one meeting. Like, I'm not sure I'd understand why we'd break things down further to help with that.
So the whole idea is to uh, have a source where you have just updates about the Ethereum community, right? Other than the management side, that's where I was keening towards splitting it up. Just a thought came to my mind.
Oh, I thought you said joining them into a single talk or a single YouTube video. I misunderstood.
Sorry, Edson, can you repeat it? Right?
Oh, I thought you said unify it, right? So it's a single source. But I guess you're saying split things up more.
Single source for the Ethereum community updates alone.
Oh, it's maybe I got you backwards. You're saying that the YouTube videos should collate everything that we're doing into one?
So if you look at it, right, like we have like 5 updates happening in this. We are giving 5 updates in this call. I rather split it into 2, where the first part of the video which we are going to upload is Ethereum bi-weekly updates, which talks about network upgrade, event, fellowship, hackathon, and new initiatives. That's all we share it in that, so that any audience who go to YouTube and search for Ethereum updates, maybe we might be one of the videos showing up there, in which we talk about what has happened in the last 2 weeks. The audience can be a developer, can be anyone who's looking at what is happening at the Ethereum side, right?
And what, like, how do you, how would you propose that we do that?
I would propose the bi-weekly, whatever we talk, we just start with the general updates and the discussion. Whereas the first 3 sections, I think more or less someone from in this team, usually Pooja, right? She can talk about it and she can upload it to the YouTube and see how the traction is, how are we even getting response, right? Are there more questions being asked? Because I just feel that within the ECH meeting, maybe there's a lot of information might be getting buried, right? Maybe we are not getting enough views, enough engagement from the folks with whom we can actually engage more.
So I keep on feeling like I'm missing your point. I'm really sorry if I'm beating around the bush here, but basically what you're proposing is that at the beginning of at the beginning of the meeting or separately, Pooja does a quick kind of bullet point run through and then uploads that as a short to YouTube, so that there's a condensed version of like all of the updates quickly.
Yep, right. You're right. You got it.
There we go. I mean, if it can't hurt. I mean, that'd be extra work for you, Pooja. What do you think? Might even be better to do it as something separate then, like post facto, once we've kind of a better idea what the topics were. But again, like, I mean, I'm not like trying to make you more work.
I think that is a good suggestion. I have noticed one thing recently. It's inspired by ETH Stakers community. So, like ETH Stakers community had recently organized a community call related to Shapila upgrade. Like people from development team, us were also there, and we discussed a few bullet points of Shapila. Now, what they did post that meeting, they split it into different parts based on particular question. They come up with shorts and then they published it. Of course, it's gonna be like a bit more on me to have it separated into different video. And I also like the idea of post facto kind of brief, and that can be published. And in this cat headers meeting, it can be shorter meeting with that regular updates already covered in a separate video. Or yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And probably, I think the idea here is instead of mentioning that video as Ethereum Cat Headers Meeting 105, that should be Ethereum Cat Headers or Ethereum Community Update this.
EX+1. Ethereum community updates is what
Okay,
audience
yeah.
will search for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ECH
Yeah,
is super internal unless we know about it, unless people have explored in depth, right?
that makes sense. Okay, I can give a little bit more thought on this, like how to split this. Like we have recordings, so definitely we can do it in two parts. We can have the full recording uploaded and then have a separate recording with the separate name and mention it somehow. Let's do a little bit more of brainstorming on that. But yeah, thank you for the suggestion. That way we are communicating what we want to communicate with the Ethereum ecosystem, but with a different name and probably more familiar name, which is more optimum for SEO search.
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe I can help with one of the, maybe this call or the next call. From your updates, I can derive and I can create one short video with 3 points and then we can experiment it. Yeah. Open for that.
Sounds like a good idea. Thank you for sharing that. We'll try to bring it back in the next meeting to see where we are and if there is any, progress or any decision, we can propose it to the rest of the group. All right, that's pretty interesting. Does anyone have any other ideas and solution? Okay. Then we can probably move on. The next one is of general update and discussion. And the first item here listed is ECH meeting at 1400 UTC. So with the recent daylight saving ending, meeting is 1 hour later for people in United States. And there is this proposal of moving the meeting to 1400 UTC, which would be back at the time, which was earlier for people here. I don't know. It was proposed by William Sharp. If you have any thoughts, anything you would like to share about that?
I mean, basically, it just keeps it at the same time for daylight savings time enjoyers or unenjoyers at least, which would be useful for me personally. But that's just like a personal thing. So if it's a bad time for other people, then I'd say keep it as is on the unmoved UTC time.
I have personally no problem. 1400 UTC is my favorite time zone for most of the meetings. Like we have EIP meeting at 1400. We have all core dev meetings at 1400. So we can probably move it to 1400 unless anyone has any objection or any ideas otherwise. Okay, so the broader question here would be for the present participants, like I see there is good attendance today. So is it okay? Like, are you guys comfortable joining the meeting at 1400 UTC?
It's good for me.
Good for me.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, like today also I received a few people's notification. They joined at like earlier meeting at 1400. So let's keep it that way. I can update the calendar on CatHerders Discord event, and I will try to communicate this new timing in the general channel so people be aware of it. Okay, next one is the Cancun Dana page at ECH website. So yesterday I was talking to George about having this new page added to ECH website. We did discuss a few things to be added on this page, probably EIP 4844 related information, EOF related information. As of now, EOF information is in HackMD, which is very difficult to find. So if we can have all this information available on CatHerders web page would be useful. A quick answer to Edson's question, 1400 is an hour before, like today's meeting was planned at 1500 UTC. So it will be an hour earlier.
Okay, that makes sense. I think that, yeah, that's better for me as well.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, George, if you have anything to add on this, like what do we think about having this page added on website or yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have too much to add, like totally doable. Not too much work to do. So that's pretty much it.
Cool. But if any other one on the call, if they have anything specific that you think would be useful for general community about collection of the future upgrade, we can probably give that piece of information a room on ECH website. So please feel free to share it with us. Like right now, in my mind, there are only two basic proposals. One is 4844, and another one is the group of proposals for EUF to be uploaded here on this page. But anything else, or yeah, any idea, please feel free to share. Or people can also create an issue at ECH website GitHub page. So this can be picked up by anyone from the development team of ECH website, and yeah, that can be added. Very well. Next is ECH stats. It's just general stats of people following us at different social media. We would like to get this number increased, and that's why we have also added link for our respective pages. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done it already, and share it with other people. Like we are trying to communicate all about Ethereum updates. So these would be our sources of distribution for this information. So please go ahead and subscribe. Next is ECH engineering, and I have added about EIPW bot. I see Jose on the call. Jose, if you have any update to add for the group today.
Yeah, just briefly, we finally move on in the CI and I'm testing the code, so I guess that should be ready soon. That's all.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. Next is ECH Learn to Earn. Since the last update, we do not have any new progress. Now the Learn to Earn NFT is available on Polygon network for people to mint it easily and maybe in less cost. And quizzes are there if you haven't taken them already. If you haven't collected the new NFT, please go ahead and check out the app. For ECH operations, we don't have much progress on YouTube backup. However, we have built up quite a decent number of followers online still. But we are continuing with ECH podcast. We have published the latest PEEP and EEP episode on ECH podcast. I also received a few requests from community for uploading earlier PEEP episodes. Like we have not uploaded all of them there, but there are a few popular proposal discussion. People are interested in following that via our podcast. It is very interesting to see that ECH podcast is getting traction for technical listeners like who are interested in following latest protocol research. They are following us on Cathoda's podcast. We do have the video version of this because most of the P videos are presentations. So we do have video version of this, and link is always shared, but you can also subscribe to YouTube for following this podcast. I recently noticed that YouTube has this new option of adding podcasts, and we can also upload our earlier videos add podcast. I haven't experimented with that yet, but hopefully we'll be adding all our earlier videos to YouTube podcast as well. Next is EIPS Insight. I think the HackMD and the website, they both are updated. I'm just taking a quick look around here. So as per the HackMD, there are 5 EIPs in review status. We have added 10 new EIPs, and 8 EIPs are in the last call. So proposal in the last call, please add your feedback if you have any for these proposals. Most of them seems to have passed. No. So as I can see here, proposal 3651, its deadline is today. That is a warm Coinbase. But I'm hoping because this proposal is for Shanghai, we would be keeping it till the upgrade. That's how we go ahead with the code proposal. And for other proposal, there are two on the interface, EIP 2255 and EIP 4736. I think the author may create their pull request to move it to the final status, and there are 5 ERC proposals. ERC 5773, ERC 6059, ERC 5219, ERC 4910, and ERC 6454. So please take a look at the HackMD or the EIPSinsight.com. You'll find the list of the proposals and the changes. Next one is PEEP and EEP. So we have published a video for MEV Boost with Alex Stokes this week. It's pretty interesting to learn a lot of new things and also the future of MEV Boost, like it's an implementation of PBS and how PBS is being progressed. So please check out this video. And for upcoming weeks, we have EIP 4844 shard block transaction with Terence planned for March 29th. And there are other proposals, EIP 5749 with Kusala Hemachandra on April 18th. EIP 5757, a process for approving external resources with Sam Wilson on April 12th. So many people have questions around external resources because this is a recent change. It is not there with every new author. So we thought that discussing this might help people to learn about this new process change. So please stay tuned for more coming up in PEEP and EEP. Okay, about meeting notes, looks like we have notes for ACDE, but we don't have it for ACDC, and I think we even do not have it for cat herders, last cat herders meeting. The reason being the resource who was working on it has moved to a different project. I'm happy about this move, and because of that, he may not be able to do these notes. So anyone from our notes group, if they are interested, they can pick for ACDC and Ethereum cat herders meeting note as well. And that's all listed in the agenda today. Anyone has anything to bring up or discuss? Okay, in that case, we will meet again on April 11th, but this time at 1400 UTC. I'm going to create the agenda to reflect the time, and I will also update the ECH Discord event section for people to follow. Thank you everyone for joining.
But I should probably mention I'm probably going to miss the next one.
Not a problem.
But I do appreciate the schedule shift.
Okay. Yeah, it's for long term, so hopefully it's just one miss and we will see you after.
Yep. All right. Thanks for running this, Pooja. Cheers.
Thank you. Have a good one, everyone. Take care.
See you, everyone.